we know they're married?
Because she got his name, his last name.
What's the
got
guy?
divorced after they got married. Or they got married before.
What are you doing?
What did you just say?
All right. I'm going to read the next part because we know there's 2 characters in their marriage. We're cool with that. Go to where it says, I got somebody talking now. Are you confused? Raise your hand. What's that? Wow. Dilla, who is Dilla? Somebody tell him. Raise your hand quietly, patiently. His wife. She's also the Mrs. Hold on.
Yeah.
The Mrs. Young. Or Dilla. They did use 3 names. That's why that's a question there because it's confusing. All right, now coming back to me. Thank you. Point 2 only underneath 7. Oh wait, what does it say? Number 7. How much does Dila save up for Christmas? Perfect. $1.87. You did exactly what I needed. You get a point. Now we're going to go on. We get the. This is an old story, so that amount of money was a lot for them. Only. Now I'm going to start the next portion. Eyeballs where it says only at the very bottom. I know. Only. Point to it right there. Points on no, you know. Oh, I'm about to turn lights on. I got kids there. Come on. Thank you. Brother, she's just get her head up. I'll give her a second. Only $1.87 to buy a gift for. All right, let's try it again. When I skip a word, you say it. Only $1.87 to buy a gift for. Eyeballs on the page. Only $1.87 to buy a gift for Jim. Her.
Jim.
Her.
Jim.
Very good. She had many.
Happy.
We need to. Y'all get points for this. This is for participation.
Yes, ma'am.
She had many hours planning something nice for something nearly good, something almost worth the honor of belonging to. Turn the page. Hey, Jay. Thank you. When I skip a word, you say it. The James Dillingham Youngs were very proud of 2 things which they owned. One thing was Jim's gold watch. It had what belonged to his father. And long ago it had belonged to. And long ago it had belonged to.
This is a terrible looking book room. But okay, that was a lot. I didn't know I was going to tape her, but Miss Gregory's a 2nd-year teacher. Okay? She's proof that teacher versus student, that a lot of the strategies that I'm talking about, praising the behavior that you want to see, holding kids to high expectations, these things work. Okay? I want to point out a couple things. She said point to the text. Okay, point to where we want to go. That way she has an indicator visually that, okay, I know everybody's ready to go. They're pointing to the text. They're pointing to the word that we're going to start on. So kids see that happening. She's doing the points over there. She's doing teacher versus student. You get a point for doing the right thing. Right? She has something. She's not just redirecting. She has praise at the same time. Okay? And then she's doing a closed reading. The kids, you know, right before this, they're doing it well. When I started taping, they kind of dropped off, but she held them to it. She said, no, hold on. I drop out a word and you read that word. It's kind of like a choral reading, but she reads, she drops out a word. That way, you're not saying, you don't have to, a kid can just stare at the page and pretend that they're reading. And they're not. They're just staring at the page. This way, you don't have to like look in a crystal ball. You know the kid's reading. Is it a little clunky? Yeah, but it's tough here. Okay, so like, we have to get kids to show up and learn school and do things the right way. That's one strategy to do that, okay? She had some kids put their heads down. That's what happens sometimes when you dim the lighting. You kind of calm behaviors naturally. She has her lamps, but you get some kids to put their head down, so she threatens to turn the lights off or back on. Because that's a privilege to have the lights off, right? And she gets those two kids up as she's going about that. She holds them. Putting your head down is not allowed in Miss Gregory's classroom. You may not just be aware, this is a second-year teacher in one of the toughest schools in Kentucky, extreme behaviors, and this is how much she has grown in that amount of time. Anybody can do that if they have the will that she has, okay? And it is possible. Now, we worked together a lot last year, and Miss Gregory is a perfect example of what this school needs, and I will take anyone to task that says differently. Just amazing stuff. Hope you picked up on that. It wasn't like some kind of perfect video classroom, whatever. It's the reality of it. That's a class running pretty well at Stuart. One of the best, and they're involved, and they're in the text, and they're doing the gift of the Magi. There's good stuff happening. All right. Hank Rothrock, Stuart Academy, engage, empower, educate.